6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Prime Minister has arrived in Riyadh to hold talks with the Saudi Crown Prince on bilateral relations and regional developments. Shehbaz Sharif says the government is focused on transforming the youth bulge into an economic opportunity by imparting modern skills and vocational training. The security forces have killed 5 Indian-sponsored terrorists in an intelligence-based operation in Khustar district. Iran has expressed interest to enhance cooperation with Pakistan in defense production field. In the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the occupation troops have martyred a father of 3 children in custody in Bandipora district. The Israeli forces have intensified full-fledged ground operation in the besieged Gaza to capture urban centers. And now the news in detail. The Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif arrived in Riyadh today on a day-long visit to Saudi Arabia. At the invitation of the Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, the Prime Minister is visiting Saudi Arabia, accompanied by a high-level delegation including the Deputy Prime Minister Mohammad Asagdar and Federal Ministers Khwaja Mohammad Asif, Mohammad Aurangzeb, Ataullah Tarar, Musaddiq Malik and the Special Assistant Sayyid Tariq Fatmi. During the visit, the Prime Minister is scheduled to hold a bilateral meeting with the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman to review the full spectrum of Pakistan-Saudi Arabia relations. The leaders will also exchange views on regional and global developments of mutual interest, aiming to strengthen cooperation across diverse fields. The visit of the Prime Minister will provide an important opportunity to the two leaders to consolidate bilateral partnership while exploring new avenues of collaboration for the benefit of the peoples of the two countries. The Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif has emphasized that the government is focused on transforming the youth bulge into an economic opportunity by imparting modern skills and vocational training. Speaking in an exclusive interview with Pakistan TV Digital, he said devastating floods have damaged our economy and the government is making efforts to cope with this challenge with joint efforts. The Prime Minister said he desires to see Pakistan as a nation standing tall with remarkable achievements on the economic front and peace. Earlier, the Prime Minister visited Pakistan Television Digital and inaugurated an English channel. On the occasion, the Minister for Information and Broadcasting, Ataullah Tarar, Information Secretary Ambareen Jan, and other senior officials were present. The Prime Minister interacted with the young professionals and said primary objective of launching the digital channel is to provide an effective response to misrepresentation and propaganda about Pakistan by consistently providing authentic news. The Iranian ambassador to Pakistan, Raza Amiri Muqaddam, called on the Minister for Defense Production, Mohammad Raza Hayat Haraj, in Rawalpindi and discussed matters of mutual interest. The minister said Pakistan highly values its fraternal ties with Iran and considers it a close friend and neighbor. The Iranian ambassador said Iran is keen to further strengthen relations with Pakistan, which are mutually beneficial for the people of both the countries. He said Iran intends to expand economic cooperation with Pakistan, along with increasing regional cooperation. The Iraqi authorities have announced new guidelines for Zaireen, stating that men under the age of 50 will not be issued a visa if traveling alone. Men under 50 will be granted a Ziyarat visa if they apply along with their family, as per the new age restrictions set by the Iraqi government. Pakistan and the Maldives have agreed to enhance parliamentary cooperation and people-to-people contacts. This came during a meeting between the Speaker National Assembly Sardar Ayaz Sadiq and the Speaker of People's Majlis of the Maldives Abdur Rahim Abdullah in Islamabad today. Sardar Ayaz Sadiq said Israel-India nexus poses a serious threat to regional and global peace. The Speaker Abdul Rahim Abdullah said Pakistan's clear stance on the issues of Palestine and Kashmir is commendable. Pakistan and Palestine have signed a memorandum of understanding to expand bilateral relations in the health sector. Memorandum of Understanding was signed by the Minister for Health Services Syed Mustafa Kamal and the Palestinian Ambassador Dr. Zohair Hamdullah Zaid in Islamabad. Speaking on the occasion, Syed Mustafa Kamal said the purpose of the agreement is to foster closer collaboration for improving the health and well-being of the people of both the brotherly nations. Pakistan's ambassador to the United Arab Emirates Faisal Niaz Tirmizi called on the Minister of Justice Abdullah bin Sultan bin Awad Al Nuaimi in Abu Dhabi today. The United Arab Emirates minister highlighted the deep-rooted and historical relations between the two countries. He commended the ambassador's dedicated efforts in further strengthening bilateral relations during his tenure in the United Arab Emirates. The meeting also reviewed to further enhance bilateral relations. The security forces have killed 5 Indian-sponsored terrorists during an intelligence-based operation in Khustar district of Balochistan. According to ISPR, weapons, ammunition and explosives were also recovered from the terrorists, who remained actively involved in numerous terrorist activities in the area. This is Radio Pakistan giving you the news. In the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, a father of 3 children was martyred in custody by the occupation forces in Bandipur district. According to Kashmir Media Service, Firdaus Ahmed Mir, a labourer from Mir Mohalla in Hajin, Bandipura, was picked up by the troops of the Indian Army's 13 Rashtriya Rifles on September 11 and taken to the Hajin Army camp. Family members of the victim told the media that Firdaus Mir had been arrested by the Indian Army and subjected to severe torture before being killed inside the army camp. Firdaus Mir's custodial killing sparked widespread protests in Hajin. Mourners took out a protest rally demanding justice for the victim and accountability for those responsible. The Israeli forces martyred dozens of Palestinians in the besieged Gaza today, while their full-fledged ground operation continues despite international condemnation. Residents say bombardment of the Gaza city has ramped up with incessant explosions, destroying dozens of homes. The martyrdom toll of Palestinians in the Israeli aggression in Gaza since October 2023 has now reached over 64,900. Meanwhile, Saudi Arabia has condemned in the strongest terms the Israeli ground operation in Gaza City. In a statement, the Foreign Ministry urged members of the United Nations Security Council to act to halt what it described as Israel's killing, starvation and forced displacement of Palestinians. The European Commission has proposed to suspend free trade arrangements on Israeli goods due to the war in Gaza. The European Union Foreign Policy Chief Kaja Kallas also proposed a package of sanctions on 2 Israeli ministers as well as violent settlers. King Charles greeted Donald Trump today as the American president's second state visit to Britain began with unprecedented pomp and intense security. Donald Trump and his wife Melania arrived at the Windsor Castle, the oldest and largest inhabited castle in the world and family home to the British monarchs for almost 1,000 years. The Qatari Emir Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani arrived in Amman today to hold talks with Jordan's King Abdullah II. The Qatari Emir and the Jordanian King will discuss military cooperation and improving their relations and about supporting stability in Syria. And finally, the weather report. Dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, rain, wind and thunderstorm is likely at isolated places in the Potoha region, Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Gilgit-Baltistan, Kashmir and adjoining hilly areas during night time. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.